Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we are going to be flying the Cabri G2 helicopter, and let's hop out and take a little look. This is what we are flying today, and if you're wondering where we're at, we are in Kissimmee, Florida at the moment, and we are going to be flying around the Orlando area, sightseeing some of the theme parks. Now, this is different than what I've been doing, but I kind of upgraded my setup a little bit for my dual joysticks and everything, and I wanted to test it out. So I did, and everything's working great. So I decided to do a little video in the helicopter. So here we go. Let's go ahead and we are going to need to get this thing started up. Hold on. Don't mind the camera. I got track IR on. Okay. So we're going to need the fuel valve open, which I believe is back here. Yep, there it is. Fuel valve is open. And then all the switches should be off. And then carb heat. Where is the carb heat? Okay, carb heat is actually the anti-ice engine. We're going to set that to auto. And then the master switch is going to go on. Mixture should be set all the way to rich. And then altimeter, we're not going to worry about that today. The strobe light, we're going to need. And then the fuel pump on. Throttle set to all the way. Then rotor brake is fine. Magneto is going to go there. And then also the plasma. And then starter is down here. And it's not going to let me... Yeah, it's not going to let me get to it. So let me jump into checklist here. And we'll go starter. That will get me down to it. Alright. Now, reset our camera. And at this point, I'm going to need to apply collective down because of the way I have it set up here. So cold engine start is starter is on. And then we are going to alternator and clutch engage. So let's get rid of that. And then alternator, clutch engage, close that. Watching the RPMs climb. Then after that, we just need to turn the governor on. There we go, the plane is starting up. Plane. Wow, helicopter. I'm just so used to flying planes. Gonna let the RPM climb. Alright, and next, the last thing we need to actually do is turn on our nav lights and our landing. And then see if it'll let me get to the governor. There it is. Alright, governor is set. And we are ready for takeoff. So, still getting used to this. We're going to pull the collective up. Very, very slowly. There we go. We're gonna give it a little bit of back on the stick there. Alright. We are up in the air. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, there we go. Now we're looking good. Alright, so we can apply some forward stick here. And away we go. Just gonna slowly start to build up speed. And I'm not 100% sure which way I am going. I have a little nav map pulled up off to the side so I can see. But I hope I'm going the right way. Alright, so I kind of got my bearings now. And we're going to pull back that collective some to give us some power here. Move forward. So the first place we're going to be coming up to is Old Town, as well as Fun Spot. It's all in the same area. And you can kind of sort of start to see little towers up ahead there. And that is the Sky Coaster. Getting a little bit of lag here. Let's go ahead and gain some altitude. Keep the forward motion going. I think it's the track IR that's causing some issues, to be honest with you, but that's okay. It was just going to be a little hard for me to move the camera around flying dual joystick with the helicopters, so this is why I decided to go with track IR on this. And if this video turns out like crap, then you guys probably won't even hear what I'm saying because I won't upload it. Alright, so here we are at Old Town. There's not much to really see here. But you got a coaster right there, and then these two poles right here are the Sky Coaster. And then you have the Ferris wheel and the slingshot just off our nose there. Not very well rendered, to be honest. Alright, let's pull the collective back some here. Then our next stop should be, I believe, Disney. Parts of Disney. Then up ahead, I think the first little waypoint that I have set is going to be the baseball complex, which is where the Rays have been doing their spring training, part of their spring training. If you follow baseball at all. I really don't, but I do know a couple of people that have been over there to see them practice and whatnot. So here are the spring training fields. Very nice. Alright, up next we're going to be checking out some more of Disney. Let me give it a little less collective there and some forward stick. Still trying to learn this helicopter, which is why I kind of chose to do this right here. Because kind of get me used to flying at low levels here. Alright, so we're coming up to the start of some of the Disney parks here, Disney resorts. I believe this is a golf course right here. Or Animal Kingdom. One of the two. Probably Animal Kingdom from the looks of that field right there. Alright, so we're going to start turning and heading up this way to see the rest of Disney, the main park that everyone is familiar with. That is the Magic Kingdom. You know, it's really a shame that they haven't came in and turned these theme parks into a like a point of interest, you know, high quality point of interest for flight sim. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, so Disney actually goes quite a ways up this way. I'm just trying to find. Wow, is it really just that poorly done? All right, well, we're gonna turn this way and move on to our next waypoint. Yeah, this is all Disney property. There's some stuff right over here, the lakes. So this is probably what you call it. Epcot, I think, is where you go around the world. I don't know. It's been so long since I've been to Disney. But I figured just to get used to this helicopter, I would load it up and fly around Orlando, which is not very far from me. Looks like some kind of a golf course up ahead here. Yeah, here's part of the golf course. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn. I am way off a track here. Alright, so just up ahead here is the part that everyone is familiar with. You got the giant globe. Not the globe, but the giant ball. Yeah, it's not very well detailed. I mean, it's still cool to see that it's in the sim and everything, obviously from photogrammetry and all that, Bing's integration. Alright, on to our next waypoint, which I believe is going to be SeaWorld. So we'll go to Discovery Cove, SeaWorld, and Aquatica. Are going to be all in a row. Okay, so here looks to be some more of Disney. I think this is actually Disney Springs. Yeah, I think this right here is Disney Springs. It's just kind of, yeah, there's a hot air balloon right there. And the big parking garage. Yep. That is indeed Disney Springs, which used to be called Downtown Disney. Used to go there all the time back in high school. It was free to get in. You had to pay like 20 bucks for parking. Oh god, we're gonna crash into that building. Okay, so here we are coming up to Discovery Cove, which is going to be just below us. It's a small area. It's, you know, mostly where you go for, you know, watching dolphins and swimming with dolphins and all that stuff, and those little ponds. And then here we are at SeaWorld. You can see the sign there on top. And the big roller coasters and everything. Super fun place to go. There's Atlantis. That little building right there, tan building. And then Aquatica, which is kind of a fun little water park. It's, you know, it gets super crowded in the wave pool. But the lazy rivers are always fun to do. Alright, on to our next little waypoint, which is going to be Universal. Alright, so this right here is actually supposed to be Volcano Bay, which is a new water park. Well, not really new anymore, but it's been over for a while. But it doesn't look like it's at its completed state here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So Bing Maps hasn't updated it. But this is Universal right here. Oh, there's some planes flying really close to us here. There is Universal just below us. Got all the backlots and everything. Jaws ride, which is no more, unfortunately. Yep, right down there in that little lake was where the Jaws ride was. It's unfortunate, but I get it. You know, times change and all that stuff, and you know they got to keep things new and fresh for the new generation and all that stuff. Like if it was up to me, though, I would have kept. Which I think the Mummy and the Men in Black are still there. I think the Men in Black is still there. I can't remember. The last couple of times that I went to Universal was for Halloween Horror Nights, so. Yes, so Men in Black, The Mummy, Back to the Future, for sure, 100% Back to the Future, and Jaws. Those are the rides that I would have 100% kept full-time at Universal, because those were like big time when they first came out. You know, Back to the Future was amazing, and of course I'm a massive Back to the Future fan. We're just going to kind of follow the highway here and work our way on over to our next waypoint. And so yeah, that was Adventure Island, Volcano Bay, which what was supposed to be Volcano Bay, and Universal Studios Orlando. So yeah, I definitely think that Orlando is a city that should be very, very thoroughly gone through to get some high quality upgrades as far as you know, like a world update. You know, it doesn't even have to be a world update. It could be just like a small points of interest update. And I'm very surprised that they haven't gone through and did it, because like that was, I remember when this first came out, when this flight sim first came out, a lot of people were going to you know, here in Orlando to look at the theme parks. They were going to Vegas, New York, Tokyo, which New York and Tokyo were having some major issues at the beginning, and then they were also going to Area 51, of course. And then, you know, places like that, Los Angeles, Hollywood, to see the Hollywood sign, you know, the big major touristy stuff. And for them not to push out an update for, you know, tourist attractions like that is kind of surprising to me. But you know, they've been focusing on like national monuments, national parks, and other world updates as well, which is always nice. I definitely want to do like a helicopter tour around parts of like Ireland and England, you know, all the UK over there, and then as well as Ireland, and then into some other areas. Maybe Germany would be kind of fun. Romania for sure. I definitely want to go to Romania. That's like Ireland and Romania are top two on my list for visiting in real life. But yeah, anyways, we're just gonna keep flying along here and get on up to our next waypoint, which actually I just realized that that was it. That was all of the waypoints that I had set. So there is downtown Orlando. That's right, this was the next one. I don't know what my map is saying over there. Downtown Orlando was the next one. And those cars are driving through the lake. That's hilarious. At first I thought there were a bunch of speedboats or something. So yeah, downtown Orlando, you can see it's not very well rendered in. You would think that Orlando would be, again, like I said, spot that they would focus on, with it being such a major hotspot in the world. But you can see from here that the rendering is not very good. But you know, I am on high graphics. All of my stuff is on high. There is a, what is that, A320 coming in? My graphics are set to high. They're not on ultra. My PC cannot handle ultra. It would possibly absolutely cook my PC if I tried to run on ultra. So I got a lot of stuff on high. Just about everything is on high. Which most of the time I'm flying up in high altitudes. So I can run graphics higher. There's a car driving up the wall. So yeah, this is downtown Orlando. We're gonna zip in between these buildings right here. Or we're gonna try to. Whoa! We got a little close to that one right there. I thought for sure we were gonna crash. That's the Amway Center down there just below us. Alright. That was a little intense. Coming in there like that. Alright, so let's make our way on back to Kissimmee Airport there, KISM. There's a little sports complex down there. We'll make our way back there and see if we can put this old bird on the ground. Alright, we are approaching Kissimmee Gateway Airport here. And we're gonna see if we can put this thing down. I've been really getting the hang of this this helicopter though. I did try the Bell 407 earlier, and that one seems pretty decent as well. Probably actually like that one more than I do this one, and I only did like a quick little loop around around an airport with both of these before jumping in, just to kind of get the feel for how things are going to be before I throw it in a recording. But yes, here we are at the airport, and we are going about 80 knots. We're going to need to back down the speed and find us a place to land. Not sure exactly where I want to land. Go back in. Probably we're starting to bleed off some of this airspeed here. Right over here is where all the small aircraft go. I don't see a helicopter pad. Alright, let's lift that nose up so we can bleed off some speed here. Alright, we're coming down very slowly here. And we're just going to put it down on this little pad right below us. Just concentrating on my landing here. But we are way too close to the grass. These helicopters are extremely touchy. Okay, we're losing it. Let's put it on the ground. Alright, there we go. We are on the ground. I'll take it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just choke it out. Magneto and all that stuff off. Let's put some rotor brake on it. Alright, we can let off of the collective now. Alright, there we go, and disengage the clutch and turn the battery off. And oh boy, we just did some freezy. Get a little glitchy here. Sounds like there's another helicopter coming in. Yep, there it is. See how well he does. Oh no! Looks like the Bell 407. Well, you know, our parking isn't too bad. We're on the pad. That's all that matters. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this one, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next flight.